Good evening and welcome to the KC Center in Des Moines, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Joanna Settles, I'm John Schaefer. In just a moment, we'll have the matchup, of course, between West Lyon and Hinton. It's the 8-1 matchup, and it's certainly going to be a dandy right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Once again, John Schaefer, Joanna Settles, and Joanna back at it, picking up right where you left off this time. A two-way tilt with the returning champ in Hinton. Looking forward to a good one tonight, though.
We sure are. And Hinton, their only loss to West Lyon. So they're ready. They know the secret to beat Hinton that no one else knows. Certainly
seeding, kind of throw it out at this point just because anybody can beat anyone when you get down here to the KC Center. Let's take a look at the road to state for both of these teams. As you had mentioned, Hinton, their only loss this season to West Lyon. West Lyon, the Region 7 champion. They beat Riverside to get here. They beat Hinton 45-44 back on December 4th. I do like to say basketball is a season of two halves. Of course, pre-break, post-break over the holidays, and that was pre-break. Taya Christie, one of the key players in this one for West Lyon. On the other side, Hinton, the Region 3 champion, just one loss. They beat Earlham on their way here. 43.3 point differential, the best in state. They lead Class 2A in points per game and assists per game. What stands out most between these two teams when you look at that breakdown really quick?
Well, the 43-point differential, Hinton expects a game to be over at the end of the first quarter. They want to score early and often and put the other team away. West Lyon will have something to say about that.
And catching up with Coach Matt Leary before this game, Paul Yeager let me know this is a game that they truly worry about, does Hinton, because they know the history there. So it's one they've got to be cautious with, they've got to be careful with, but it's going to be fun. When we come back, we'll dive deeper into today's game with our Seeds for Success presented by Channel Seeds. Plus, we'll have your starting lineups as we get set for tip-off. You're watching the 2026 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Welcome back. We are here live with you on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we get ready to start half number one. Once again, number 8 West Lyon taking on number 1 Hinton for the Wildcats. They've never won a state title in their first appearance back here at the KC Center since 2022. Hinton 2A 2025 champions, their only title in school history. They beat Central Lyon in the championship 48-46. Time now to look at our seeds for success. Take it away, Joanna.
Yes, West Lyon, they want to do it again. West Lyon beat Hinton on December 4th by 1 point, 44-45. They also expect balanced scoring led by Christy, Kramer, and Carolyn. And Hinton, they want points in the paint. They want to get the ball downhill where Sydney Doskid can get to work. She's averaging 22 points a game. They also need to own the glass.
When you look at both of these teams, I do want to mention Hinton without one of their best players in Bailey Boovy. Tears her ACL in regionals. She's committed to Creighton to play volleyball, but encouraged by the Creighton staff to continue with the basketball season. But a big blow for the Hinton Blackhawks.
Bovey, it seems like she's been around forever. You've heard of her. She committed to Creighton so early. She's an incredible volleyball and basketball player. So I love what she can bring with her student coaching, her positive attitude, encouraging her teammates, but so disappointed when there's injuries, but love that her team's here.
Absolutely. Well, once again, that was today's Seeds for Success, brought to you by Channel Seeds, your local seeds dealer. Visit channelseed.com. Well, we're going to turn things over now to our public address announcer as we get ready for the opening tip-off. Once again, two-way action getting underway. It's number 1 Hinton taking on number 8 West Lyon here at the KC Center on the Girls Union Network. Sit back and buckle up.
Fans, welcome to tonight's 2026 Girls State Basketball quarterfinal matchup featuring the West Lyon Wildcats and the Hinton Blackhawks. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Because once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by West Lyon High School and Hinton High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. And Natalie Smith, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From West Lyon High School, Marilyn Baronscott. And from Hinton High School, Larry Stoffer. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy the game. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in tonight's quarterfinal matchup. Today's team intros are brought to you by Hy-Vee. First the non-starters for the West Lyon Wildcats. Number 3, Emma Poppins. Number 5, Mara Beeler. Number 13, Brooke Poppins. Number 23, Avery Schoening. Number 35, Hadley Vanderzanden. Number 41, Audrey Rentschler. And number 43, Brenna Boat. The assistant coaches for West Lyon are Alyssa Cook, Katie Baker, Jeff Hugavine, and Dana Pashon. Now let's meet the non-starters for the Hinton Blackhawks. Number 0, Emma Benabus. Number 2, Peyton Beck. Number 4, Brinley Boovy. Number 10, Mesa Zelmer. Number 14, Adeline Ortegren. Number 20, Rory Cook. Number 30, Megan Leary. Number 32, Bailey Boovy. Number 40, Addie Dunkel. Number 42, Ellie Friesen. And number 50, Macy Charlson. The assistant coaches for Hinton are Ryan Stussy and Ben Hertenstein. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for tonight's starting lineups? For West Lyon at guard, a 5'11 junior, number 11, Ava Carolyn. And for Hinton at forward, a 5'10 junior, number 12, Keely DeRoshi. For West Lyon at forward, a 5'8 junior, number 15, Caitlin Turwey. And for Hinton at forward, a 5'11 senior, number 22, Carlin Kovarna. For West Lyon at guard, a 5'7 freshman, number 21, Bella Kramer. And for Hinton at guard, a 5'7 senior, number 24, Sydney Duskett. For West Lyon at guard, a 5'8 senior, number 25, Caitlin Baronscott. And for Hinton at guard, a 5'9 junior, number 34, Addie Glass. For West Lyon at forward, a 5'11 sophomore, number 33, Taya Christie. And for Hinton at forward, a 6'1 sophomore, number 44, Raylan Kempema. The head coach for West Lyon is Ryan Brasser, and the head coach for Hinton is Matt Leary. The floor officials for tonight's game are Nathan Sarr, Rob Ratchford, Ben Oberman, and the bench official is Jack Adolphson. Welcome, West Lyon and Hinton, to the 2026 Girls State Basketball Tournament.
And once again, Hy-Vee, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa. We'd like to thank the offices listed on the screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girls. So Raylan Kempema steps in. As we mentioned in the pregame, Bailey Boovy out tonight on the jump ball. It'll be Ava Carolyn against Kempema.
I'd look for Hinton to get this jump.
Kempema wins it, but it goes the way of the Wildcats, and we are off with two-way action. Wildcats will probe around the perimeter. Nice little crossover, pull-up floater. Does not go for Kramer. And back come the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I love how she got to the paint right away, put one up.
Sydney Duskett had the block at the end of the 2A championship to seal the win last year for the Blackhawks. Certainly looking for a big night from her as she works at the wing right now. Little crossover, steps through, strong move. Good defense by the Wildcats. The putback does not go. Loose ball going to be tied up. Both teams looking to attack the paint a little bit.
Yes, it's always frustrating when the first one doesn't fall and then the second one doesn't fall. Third time, here they go.
The ball does stay with Hinton. Possession arrow their way.
And you have to watch out because Duskett will probably get this ball right back off the out of bounds.
Duskett looking for an outlet out. Instead, she'll keep it short to the corner. Addison Glass. A little bit of a zone defense here for the Wildcats. Hand off to Duskett. She'll go to Kempema. Back to Duskett. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Blackhawks. They'll look to the corner. It's Kavarna. Kavarna skip pass across. Back to Glass. Picked off and going back the other way. Caitlin Barron-Scott. She'll take it to the rack. Lays it in a little off the mark. Rebound for the Wildcats. Barron-Scott in amongst the trees will dish out. Jumper. That'll fall through for the first points of the night. What a jumper from Caitlin Turwey.
Oh, what an offensive rebound can do. Another look for the Wildcats.
Duskett drives. Swatted away. This rebound does go Wildcats' way.
Good help defense by the Wildcats.
Bella Kramer will take it into the front court. They'll work it around the horn. The long three. That'll cash in from Ava Carolyn.
And that's a contested three-point shot.
Carolyn, 5'11", used all of her length from beyond the arc. It's a 5-0 start for West Lyon. That ball booted out of bounds. Mishandled off the foot of Keely DeRoshi. And West Lyon building some early momentum.
They sure are. Their bench is excited. They're fired up. They've had, 5 big points already.
Wildcats will get back into their offense. Not afraid to shoot from beyond the arc. We've seen that already as that pass goes to the Hinton bench out of the hands of Caitlin Barron-Scott. Kind of looked at her feet after that one.
Let's see if Hinton can get into the paint this time. Kempema is posting up hard. She really wants the ball inside, but they haven't utilized her size yet. 3-2 zone here.
Not a lot of room to work. Duskett thought about the three inside. They'll go to Kempema down low. She'll kick it back out. Duskett, 10 on the shot clock. Looks for the backdoor feed. A little strong. Out of the hands there of Keely DeRoshi.
Yeah, she probably should have taken the shot herself. Saw a little opening, bounce pass.
Kramer hounded here by Kavarna. That'll be a foul. The first of the game there. Carly Kavarna, team foul number 1. Shot clock resets. We're 3 minutes in. At the stripe, nice dish down low, looking for a little bit of work inside. That ball swatted away. Great defense by Raylan Kempema. And Duskett will bring it back up. Blackhawks looking for their first bucket of the night. Mid-range jumper, a little strong once again from Keely DeRoshi.
Nice paint touch, in and out, doesn't fall again.
Here comes some pace. Caitlin Barron-Scott. They'll work it around. 3 does not go. Fight for the loose ball. Wildcats come away with it. Barron-Scott, the quick feed. They'll look to reset. Nice poise.
The fancy between the defender's legs pass.
Kramer, Barron-Scott, no. That rebound will fall to the hands of Duskett. Sorry, that's Addison Glass here. Ponytail covers up the 3 on occasionally. That is Duskett inside now. Turns, shoots, off the mark. Another defensive rebound.
Yes, another one and done, which is exactly what West Lyon wants.
Kramer will find an outlet and feeds it back to the wing. She'll go to the corner. It's Carolyn. Skip pass a little out of the reach of Caitlin Barron-Scott. Barron-Scott, 5'8", not short by any means, just a little out of her wingspan.
That pass was hot.
That's one way to put it. A little bit of energy, a little bit of adrenaline going for both these teams to start. We're 4.5 in, 5-0 game.
Hinton's definitely a different team with Raylan Kuppema on the bench, right? So they want those paint touches to try to either score or reverse the ball and kick it out for somebody open. Here's that reversal.
Skip pass to Glass. They'll work it around the horn once again. Nice little cut and float in, but too strong and just off the mark was Rory Cook. But there's the putback for Hinton to get on the board. Keely DeRoshi in there for a couple. Attack hoop and the foul. 3-point play. Caitlin Barron-Scott.
Great things happen on the dribble drive if you can get to the paint and get it up. Nice take by Barron-Scott.
Barron-Scott, a senior guard. She does miss that 3-point play, but she'll still take the two, a 7-2 opening lead here for the Wildcats. Glass. Work it around. It's Rory Cook. Skip pass to the corner. A little haphazardly. Duskett now. Pump and nice little floater to get her night started.
Yeah, love the spin move.
It's Barron-Scott into the front court now. Emma Poppins checked in. One of our IMT insurance substitutions. Carolyn, no hesitation for three. That'll rattle home.
Yes. I have to say, I love the bounce pass to the corner. It makes it so easy for the shooter to collect the ball and go up and in with it.
Glass attacks, looking for the rebuttal. She's fouled, will shoot two. But Carolyn with 2 threes to get the scoring started. She's got 6 of her team's 10 in this opening frame. Glass will cash the first. A couple more substitutions in today's game brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Another look here.
There's that bounce pass by Barron-Scott with the assist and a beautiful high-arching three-pointer.
Well, Duskett hits the second from the charity stripe. It is a 4-point game now. Wildcats will go to Carolyn. Carolyn going to kick it back out to Poppins. Poppins, her feed gets away from Bella Kramer. And just kind of get the spacing a little bit better there for that handoff. Saw it a couple times last night too, Joanna, where, you know, they'll pass, but then they'll carry the defender into where that ball just went and kind of create some tough situations. Hinton back to work now. They'll go to the corner. It's Glass. Hands off, Duskett. Spin. Goes to the left. Got too deep, but there's the putback once again. Keely DeRoshi. Second chance points come up big.
Yes, a great spin move inside by Duskett. So nice when your teammates can clean things up.
Hinton goes to his zone. It's Poppins. She'll go back to the top of the arc. Kramer looking down low. Pass gets away. Duskett comes up with it. Hinton chance to tie, even take the lead. Duskett attacks. They're going to call a travel. A few too many steps in there. With 1:04 left in the first quarter. It's been an entertaining start to this one. The 8-1 matchup in the 2A bracket. Our first 2A tilt of the evening. Kick back out. Now it's Barron-Scott. Little floater. Teardrop doesn't go off the front iron. But the outlet pass out of a little bit of a panic there probably. And that one will get away out of the hands of Rory Cook, the junior.
And Coach Leary didn't love that.
Maybe just rushed herself a little bit, felt a little pressure, and it's okay to take that deep breath and collect your thoughts before you make that outlet. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Kempema's back in here.
Step through, blocked, and there's Kempema making her impact felt. Shot clock is off. Hinton chance to get the final possession.
Important not to foul for the Wildcats. They want to go in this quarter, up 2. Hinton needs to get a quality shot.
Duskett back to glass. They're looking for the backside.
Yes, overload on the right.
Addie Dunkel back to Duskett. Back to Dunkel. Dunkel for 3. Off the front iron. Kempema comes up with the rebound but can't put it back up. And that will conclude the first 8 minutes of play. It's a 10-8 ball game. West Lyon leading the Hinton Blackhawks through the first quarter. And we will be right back with more basketball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
From homeowners to small businesses, Iowa banks know what it means to invest in the future. Their customer relationships are built on shared values and earned trust. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all. We are back for quarter number 2. What'd you see in the first 8 minutes?
You know, some good defense by both teams, but it was Ava Carolyn with those 2 big 3-pointers to give West Lyon the first quarter lead, 10-8.
That is where we sit, a 2-point game entering quarter number 2. And West Lyon will start things off. Working around the arc, nice little play inside. Strong off the glass was Kramer, but rebound goes back to the Wildcats. Turn and shoot, there's Kempema once again. We talked about her length. She can impact a game just a sophomore, but gets another swat there. Duskett trying to run a play here, wasn't quite sure. She settles it down, and it's Rory Cook. Hands off. Now it's Addie Dunkel. Dunkel, Duskett, inside Kempema, seals off, gets the roll. Beautiful play by the sophomore.
Yes, I don't know why they can't do that all day long.
10-10 ball game. First time we've been tied since the Wildcats took the 2-0 lead. Barron Scott, hands off. Carolyn thought about another 3. Instead, she'll go back to Barron Scott. Little 2-person game. Nice find in the key. Step through. Nice finish. Bella Kramer, the freshman.
Yeah. The weakness of this Hinton defense is that high post area. It's just too easy for West Lyon to get the ball there. And once you can get the ball there, you can go to the left, to the right. It's just easy scoring.
It's Glass at the top of the arc directing traffic. She'll go to Duskett.
I like that. She wants to clear out. She wants to work 2-on-2 with Kempema.
Kempema with the mismatch down low. They're going to call an offensive foul. A little bit of a push off there as she tried to get position on Barron Scott.
Yeah, good entry pass. That was the set play, right? Clear out everybody, go to the weak side, and a great entry pass that, you just want to turn. You know what she did do, though? Kempema put it on the ground. Just keep it high, turn, and score.
Wildcats up 2. Gonna get a travel. Few too many steps in there.
Ava Carolyn looking things over.
Don't know that she felt her pivot foot moved. No less, we play on. 2 minutes into quarter 2. Just a 2-point game, 12-10. Drive, strong move, turn, step through, just a little too strong out of the hands of Carolyn Kavarna.
I like how she stayed with that, got her own rebound.
Barron Scott whistled for the foul. Team's first, her first. Hinton ball, new shot clock. A little bit more height now in for Hinton. We've seen some different lineups, certainly utilizing some undersize and some height with it. Shot from glass off the mark. Sorry, finish your thought there.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Such great ball movement for the open look. Those are frustrating when they don't fall. You're like, this is our chance. That's exactly what you draw up and want your team to do.
Ball was tied up, held ball. Possession arrow goes to Hinton. They'll go to Kempema. Back to Glass. Glass inside, strong feed off the window, nearly gets the roll. Does Kavarna, instead she'll shoot 2.
And West Lyon needs to consider a different post defense. They're just getting the entry pass so easily, which Hinton absolutely loves, right? You have to go 3-quarter. You might consider fronting the post, but that's just too easy to get the ball down low for Hinton.
Kavarna off the mark. And another mass substitution brought to you by IMT Insurance for Hinton. Again, changing the look of their lineup a little bit. Second one off the mark as well for Kavarna. That's one area. If you're going to make a state run, you got to make from the charity stripe. Still down 2. The kick, Carolyn thought about the 3. Dish down low, good seal. Goes up, can't get it to go though. Does Turwey. And Hinton now the outlet ahead. We're going to get a timeout. Just as Duskett was looking ahead, she looks at Coach Leary and says, Coach, we had it.
Yes. How about the heads-up play by Keely DeRoche right there? She got the ball. She's on the ground. If she stands up, it's an automatic travel. So on the ground, she just starts dribbling, hands it off to her teammate.
Heads-up play, 30-second timeout called by Coach Matt Leary. Again, the 2A champs a year ago. They were the 3 seed, I believe, last year, though. So a little bit of a different target, too. When you're the top seed entering a tournament, everyone's going for you.
Definitely, and you can feel kind of some tension between these two teams, right? Hinton doesn't like that they have a loss on their record, so there's a little revenge on their side, and West Lyon, some extra confidence. Hey, you know, we've lost a couple games. We were only 4th in our conference in the Siouxland, but the Siouxland, so impressive. I mean, they're 17-7. They're in Des Moines. They're at the Casey Center, and they are in it to win it here. Look at this, 12-10.
Close game in the 8-1 matchup. You'll hear it said, it may be cliche, but throw the records out when anyone gets down here, because anything can happen. Going to call a foul on the floor. This one, I think, against Barron Scott once again.
Yes, again, love the post up by Kempema. I don't know why she's not yelling more. Demand that ball. Get that ball into the post.
Ava Carolyn called with that foul instead. Hinton on the inbounds play. They'll go well out to Glass, pressured by Carolyn. Duskett. Skip pass across, mid-range jumper. That'll stretch Twine for a couple there. Beautiful shot by Keely DeRoche. Mid-range jumper, something you don't see a ton of anymore.
I love it. She was thinking shoot before she even caught the ball, and that's a great mentality to have. A great skip pass to the weak side of the defense, up for 2.
Poppin hands off to Carolyn, back to Poppin for 3. Just off the iron. Duskett will come up court with it. To Glass at the wing. She'll hand off. DeRoche hands back to Duskett.
Right, dribble handoff, not in a lot of room. Spin move, create something. There's Kempema.
Offensive board, Glass attacks, draws the foul. She'll shoot 2 as she goes hard through the key. It's a great find by Kempema in traffic.
It is. How about Addison Glass? Slashing into the paint. Receives the pass, gets fouled.
Glass hits her first.
And here she is. There's the miss. Kempema rebound. Bounce pass. Right-handed layup. Glass at the line.
Glass 1 for 2. But Hinton with their first lead of the night, up 13-12. Poppin. Little bounce pass to Kramer. Kramer working around at the top of the arc. Poppin kicks back out to Carolyn. Extra pass. Kramer drives down Broadway, up off the window, gets the roll. Beautiful up and under.
Yes, Hinton knows they have to defend the perimeter, so a nice job extending their defense out on Carolyn, out on Kramer. But when they're on tight, what do? Drive around.
Kramer with 4 so far. And West Lyon regains the lead. A tight battle in the opening game of the 2A bracket. Duskett going to reset the offense. 10 on the shot clock. Trying to use that screen from Kempema. She'll go to her right. Finds on the back door. Great feed and a wonderful finish by Kavarna for 2.
She limps down to the other end. Duskett a little sore off that one. There's the rotating.
Gets a hand on it. Comes away with it. No worse for the wear. Drives right up and in. Lays it in. Does Duskett. Sydney Duskett has lifted Hinton to a 3-point lead. It'll be a full timeout for the Wildcats, and we're going to take a quick break on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, Sydney Duskett came up maybe a little gingerly after the first possession there. Comes back on defense. Full speed ahead at that point.
It was, yes. She hobbled down on defense, right? There's the crossover, the deflection. You got to love it, but she's full steam ahead, uses her body so well, kisses it off the glass. 2 and a big smile for everyone from Hinton.
The Blackhawks up 3. And they've built some momentum as they've clawed back here in quarter number 2. 2:22 to play, 3-point game. And a good timeout, I'd say, from Ryan Brasser. Feeling that momentum shifting, trying to stop some of that run that Hinton's been on, reset his team.
Yes, West Lyon needs to gather themselves. Again, a really good drive last time. They need to finish. And we see some Hinton full court pressure here.
Breaks it nicely by the Wildcats. And up and at him goes Taya Christie. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yes, that's textbook how to break a press with a pass. Carolyn with the bounce pass to the interior and the foul.
Kempema now with 2 fouls, something to just keep in mind. Christie a little strong there. Taya Christie averages 14 points per game, 7 rebounds per game. Big post presence for this Wildcats team.
She has. She's had a great season. They are battle tested, that's for sure.
Just a sophomore, stands 5'11". She does drain her second. Taya Christie's first point of the night. And Duskett will get right back to work running the offense. Little ISO game attacks. Nice drive off the window and in for 2.
Don't you just love when a point guard just gets to go to work? Just ISO, get everybody to the other side. You have plenty of space, and she's not done yet. Here she comes in transition. Another deflection. Are you kidding me?
Sydney Duskett, as she's falling to the ground, chucks it off the glass. It'll fall through for 2 and 1.
Wow. That's fun to watch. The ball was what, a foot off the ground when she launched it upwards? Wise to use the glass because she needed every angle she could use. And here it is.
One more look at it. Gonna come away with it.
There it is.
She does miss on the other end quickly, but here's one more look.
Lots of dribbles. Completely out of balance. Going faster. The ball was going faster than her body could, but she converts for 2.
Well, don't look now. The Blackhawks have a 6-point lead on the Wildcats. Carolyn for 3. Just off to the left, and look who's on it. Duskett again. She's sharing it, though. Glass will bring it into the front court this time, and they'll reset. Sydney Duskett, the senior. This Hinton team won a title back in 2025. The jumper does not go, but another offensive board. Here's Glass walking down. Does not go for her. Barron Scott comes away with it. Outlet ahead. Kramer. Little contact, chucks it up off the window. She will shoot 2 on a smart take by Bella Kramer.
Yeah, she's so quick to the basket.
Game's starting to get a little bit more hecticness or chaoticness to it.
Well, West Lyon has to take care of the basketball. They know that those deflections from Duskett end up for points for Hinton.
Kramer makes her first.
Another big differential is that Hinton now has 19 rebounds compared to only 11 for West Lyon.
There's another one.
Make it 20.
Glass will bring it up. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Hinton up 5. Well, DeRoche, they'll work it around the horn there. Kick back out to Glass. Duskett. DeRoche, long 2, yes! DeRoche, a dagger.
She's just a pure shooter, right? She doesn't even look to put it on the ground. When she's open, it's automatic.
Shot clock off, last possession if West Lyon chooses. Carolyn to Kramer. Barron Scott. Back to Kramer, thought about the 3. Back to Barron. Scott nearly tipped away, 5 to go. She drives, puts it up off the window. They'll call an offensive. Barron Scott doesn't like it, but I do believe that will be her second of this game, and 2.8 seconds left. A second a dribble, is that kind of the rule of thumb?
Yes. This won't be a great shot here.
And they call a foul. She'll shoot 3.
Never mind. That's a great shot. Never mind. Forgot we're talking about Sydney Duskett. Brilliant to go into the defender. That's a chance where a situation where you cannot foul.
And another look at it here, and this is one of those, you just got to give the space and let it go.
You just have to chest her up, hands up, give her some space. The clock's going to run down.
Barron Scott whistled for her 3rd. Duskett makes her first of 3. 2 left.
Those were two fast fouls on West Lyon's Barron Scott.
Another one goes. And the final one before we'll head to the locker room. 3 for 3 from the stripe, and that is how the half ends. A 10-point lead. Hinton over West Lyon. Really quick thoughts before we go to break.
Wow. Duskett has come alive. 10-point lead. She's got 11.
Well, we'll be right back with more basketball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to
to go to Fairway. Your dream for Midwest me. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up Fairway and meet. Go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef. Your home for Midwest me. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
Health powers life, from the delightfully routine to the truly uncharted. Sometimes life takes an unexpected turn, like receiving a cancer diagnosis. At Mercy One, you have access to a team of cancer experts with advanced technologies and holistic therapies for the cancer care you need close to home. Our team will guide you every step of the way, ensuring you're ready no matter what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
It takes a village to care for a patient. From all of the various people, if you come see us, that you'll meet. Every one of those people, we try to get people that are committed to making that the best experience that they can do.
I think the breadth of coverage that we're able to provide, I think is unique. All of these different facets that all intertwine are what allow us to take care of the community the way that I feel they should.
At DMOS, we're here when you need us.
Welcome back into the Casey Center on the Girls Union Network. Once again, a fun first half, 26-16. Hinton comes roaring back after a strong start by West Lyon. The Wildcats came out flying, but Hinton settled things down. They turned to their senior leadership, Sydney DeShoot. And it's just, Duskett, I'm sorry, with 11 points there. DeRoshi has 8 as well. Let's take a look at the stats overall, because it was a bit of a tale of two quarters, certainly, in this game, as Ava Carolyn started with 6 points in the first quarter, a couple of threes for her. She leads the way, but a look at the team stats, and there's some big discrepancies.
There is. You can see the tilt to the right side there. 9 offensive rebounds for Hinton. Other thing, and then the 8 turnovers by West Lyon. 11 points off of turnovers for Hinton, a big difference. And how many points in the paint has Hinton scored? 16 big ones.
16 of 26 in the paint. We were talking a little bit, Joanna, about some of that they call it old school, but it really isn't old school. It's effective. Utilizing that post position has worked really nicely for Hinton.
They have. I love how they have just kind of done a one-man or two-person game, cleared everybody out to create space and get the ball inside, draw one or two defenders, bounce pass, find the open person, and score. 18 points in the second quarter is when Hinton came alive. They only had 8 in that first quarter.
Well, that was a look at the first half stats brought to you by Sioux Cup. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the opening pass of half number 2. Once again, you're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
As we take a quick break from tournament coverage, all of us at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union want to extend our sincere appreciation to our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau, for their continued support of this championship event. I'm joined once again by Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, who's here to share more about the special souvenirs our participating student athletes will be taking home this week.
You know, that's right, Erin. Our incredible student athletes won't be leaving empty-handed. Every athlete competing today will take home a custom souvenir bag tag to commemorate their hard work and dedication. And for our championship teams, we're thrilled to present pink championship ball caps, a bold symbol of everything that they've earned. Athletes will also receive a signature ball, perfect for collecting autographs from coaches and teammates and creating a keepsake that they'll treasure for years. Each of these items is more than just swag. They're reminders of what's possible when you work hard and follow your dreams.
Brent, thank you to the Iowa Farm Bureau for helping make this championship experience so special for our athletes. Now let's get back to the action.
Welcome back, here with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we get ready to start the second half in just a moment. Once again, a big thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2026 Girls State Basketball Tournament. As sole title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the mat and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. 26-16. Basketball game at half. John Schaefer, Joanna Settles. We have 1 day left of quarterfinal action. Believe it or not, this week flying by already. And this is just our first game of 2A. We still have the 1A bracket to work through tomorrow as well. And then semifinals. I know you're going to be on the call Thursday. Are you excited to get into some semifinal action?
Oh, it's so exciting. Some of the fans even wait. Like at the high seeds, some of the fans like, oh, I'll wait till the second round. So let's pack this place. Everybody get down here to the Casey Center to cheer on your team. It is fantastic. basketball, it's a great time for teams to coaches bring your players down, see what it's like. It's really fun plays to watch, and nothing like watching it courtside.
Yeah.
It's awesome to watch it on the live stream, and it's so glad that we have that opportunity. But to be here and cheer on the girls is something special.
And I've always been a champion of the Union. I think they've done such a great job to make it athlete focused, give them the ultimate experience from when they walk in. I'll admit my eyes have to adjust a little bit coming out of the pink tunnel, but it's a great touch. And again, they do such a great job to make these girls just feel like it's a big time atmosphere, because it is.
It is, for sure. And they celebrate the Iowa girl.
Well, we're getting ready for quarter number 3. Hinton up 26-16. And it was Sydney Duskett with a strong second quarter. We'll see if she can pick it up in quarter number 3. Let's see if we can take one more 30-second break and step away. We'll be right back on the Girls Union Network.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back into the KC Center. Joanna, as we look at quarter number 3, what do you do if you're the Wildcats to climb back into this 10-point deficit?
You keep looking for open shots. Set your screens, get open. Ava Carolyn, she only has had those 2 3-point makes. She needs to get some shots up. So get to the paint, work on your spacing, keep your heads up. You're just fine. But every possession, of course, so important. And then the rebounding. They're not doing a good enough job of getting the boards, get good position, and make sure you give yourself second chance points offensively and get the defensive stop.
And for Hinton to keep building on that 10-point lead?
Sydney Duskett, wow, what a stat stuffer. Keep doing what she does. She has 4 field goals made, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. How about the 2 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals.
Wildcats will start with it. Barron Scott for 3 off the mark, rebound to Glass. And Hinton with another rebound in the stat sheet. It's Glass off the dribble. We'll hand off to Duskett.
Here comes the little overload.
Long 3 for Duskett, just a little short.
I was waiting for an elevator play or something. There was the high horn set action, and I was waiting for someone to come through the elevator, but it didn't happen.
Duskett instead settles for the 3. That ball off of a tip from the Wildcats. We'll stay with Hinton. Kempema back inside. Duskett finds a nice feed on the back door and an easy finish for Carlin Kavarna.
Yes, nice. And that is a beautiful bounce pass and assist number 5 for Duskett.
This is Kramer to Barron Scott around to the corner. Taya Christie, the skip to Kramer. Kramer for 3, splashing it through.
What a nice, crisp pass.
That's one way to climb back into it. 9-point game. Glass goes back to work, tries to hand it off. Kramer comes away with the steal, breaking through the pick. She's going to take it to the rack. Gets swatted away. Another steal underneath the paint. Chaos ensues. They'll call a foul. This one going to go against, I believe, Keely DeRoshi and stay with the Wildcats.
Wow, what a block. It's not often that those are that clean, and I think that was that clean. Here's the box set coming through, getting the ball downhill, up and in.
That is a great finish at the window for Caitlin Turwey. And the Wildcats with a little run of their own.
Yes, and during the timeout, we were talking about some of the great plays. I mean, that's a great out-of-bounds play. So take some notes, coaches. These are some good ones here.
Glass trying to use a pick. Good switch by the Wildcats. Kramer pounding Glass. Glass does get it to Duskett. Duskett for 3, long range. Clings in and out. Rebound by Kramer.
A good defensive position for that rebound by Kramer. She's undersized, but was in the right location.
Thought about the three for a moment. Here's Barron Scott, drives down Broadway, throws it up out of control. Rebound to Kempema. And here comes Glass now. Hounded, nice feed underneath. The finish does not go. Rebound back the other way. Taya Christie up ahead. Carolyn uses the glass a little short. And now we've got the wide open run. And that's a really smart play by Kramer to seal off Kavarna.
We are off to the races.
Back and forth we go. Nothing to add to the scoreboard with it, but it's been a fun, entertaining first few minutes of this third quarter.
Yes, I love the post up by Kavarna. It's always frustrating when those don't fall.
Kramer attacks, draws a foul. She'll shoot 2.
How about Bella Kramer making things happen on both ends, rebounding, scoring, hitting her threes. What an addition to the squad.
Kramer just a freshman. Misses her first. It's going to be a sub out. Carolyn Kavarna does check out, an IMT insurance substitution. Second one will trickle through. That lead back to 6 now. Hinton trying to stop some of this bleeding. They were up 10 to start the half. Duskett crossing over. In amongst the trees, great find. Glass on the cut.
Another assist for Duskett.
Barron Scott called for the travel as she fell to a knee.
She's working so hard. I know that one was frustrating for her.
The West Lyon faithful behind us, letting the court hear what's going on in their minds. Duskett inside, Kavarna.
They love this.
Kempema, I'm sorry, hands off back to Duskett. Duskett can't get it to go. Barron Scott comes up with it, stops her dribble though. She's stuck. Finds an outlet with Kramer. Kramer ahead to Carolyn. Nice find inside. Turwey gets muscled down and she'll draw a foul there off the hands of Keely DeRoshi. DeRoshi now with 3 fouls. Something she subs out.
They'll miss her when they're looking for the open person to score.
Great move by Taya Christie, right on cue. We talked about her in the first half. Needs to come to life. She's such a big post presence for the Wildcats. Dunkel with it, feeds it down. Skip pass across. Duskett, 3, no. Rebound to Hinton. Glass, 3. She's off the mark as well. They're going to call a reach over the back from Dunkel. Barron Scott had position and does a nice job to seal it off.
They do. Great positioning, and you can see Caitlin Barron Scott so intense, so fired up, trying to get her team, will her team to score some more points and get right back in this.
She definitely wears her compete level on her face. Kramer will hand it off. Back to Kramer. Using a high screen. Christie, 3. Taya Christie, have yourself a night. That 3 will cut the lead to just 3. And a quick timeout for Hinton. It'll be a full as we head to break on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. It's a 3-point game at the Casey Center.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Well, Taya Christie has sparked some life with her West Lyon Wildcats. She now has 6 points in this game. One more look at it.
They go down to the corner, right back around. There's the shot. It's up and in for 3. Bella Kramer, a 3. And you can't leave Taya Christie. She had the most recent one. Things are starting to heat up for West Lyon.
And you might have, we looked at that play, and Hinton might have changed her defensive look up a little bit. You mentioned it in the break. What makes you do that as a coach sometimes?
You never know when a different look. That one was an odd front, and then you had 2 up top for an open look. So usually just different looks makes the offense do something differently.
Well, that's a good look there.
And really to fire up your team, right?
It's a great finish in tight, and a good answer for Hinton out of the break. Kramer with it. She sees a lane, takes it to the hole, tries to step through. They're going to call a block. That on Carolyn Kavarna. Kavarna now with 3 fouls. Something to look at there, too. She's played some big minutes thus far tonight. Bella Kramer gets the first to go. Here, let's take another look at the 3 by Christie just a moment ago before that timeout. It's a great find, great feed, ready to shoot.
Yes, there was only 1 defender, so it was just a 2-on-1 game on the perimeter.
Kramer's second, rattles in and out, but an offensive board. Put back once again, it's Taya Christie. Such a strong putback after the offensive board. A chance to cut it to a 1-point game. Christie will put it through. She's up to 9. West Lyon within 1. Duskett commands the floor. They'll look in tight. West Lyon in man-to-man defense. They're going to call a foul there as Carolyn played a little body. Don't tell me girls basketball is not physical.
It's very physical. I was just watching Kepema on the post. She posts up, doesn't go inside to her. She comes out, sets a screen. Just very active, trying to create things for her teammates.
Duskett with the inbound. Bounce pass to Kempema. She'll hand it back. Duskett looking for a little space. Hezzy, step through left. Finish does not go. Kramer with the rebound. She pushes the pace. Kick to the corner. Carolyn for 3. Off the front of the iron. Now here comes Duskett in transition. Euro step up and through. No. Christie with the defensive rebound. A big one. Barron Scott to Kramer.
West Lyon scores here and they go up.
Barron Scott, no. Duskett comes up with the rebound and she'll settle things down. Try and calm that pace just a little bit. Kempema back out to Cook, back to Duskett. Duskett for 3, short.
It was a nice open look though.
Barron Scott outlet ahead. Kick to Kramer. Kramer, no. Rebound to Glass. Glass wanting to push the pace a little bit, looking for a seam. Good find underneath. They're going to call a travel though on Rory Cook.
Got multiple possessions here. Both teams getting open, not able to capitalize.
Emma Poppins checks in, an IMT insurance substitution. And a timeout called on the floor. It'll be a full timeout. So once again, we will step away on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
A 15-6 run for West Lyon to open the third quarter has put them back within one. What's powered that?
Christie came alive. How about Taya Christie? Hitting the three was huge. She's rebounding on both ends. And then Bella Kramer is so quick. She's getting around defenders, and they're finishing. They're scoring. I mean, it's been a little dry as of late. Both teams getting good looks, but there's fire in their eyes again. We have a 1-point game.
It was 10 at the half. Hinton was in command, but the Wildcats have chipped away. As you mentioned, done it with offensive rebound. Taya Christie been right at the heart of it. Been able to stretch the defense. Now it's Kramer into the front court. West Lyon a chance to take the lead. Poppin. Back to Kramer. Kramer using the high screen. Carolyn for three. Don't leave her open because she's going to rattle it down. Another triple for Ava Carolyn.
Love the screen there by Kramer to create space for Carolyn to have her third triple.
Cut into Kempema. She'll get bailed out by the whistle there, and a foul on Christie. Christie's just her second foul. She's got 9 points tonight. Once again, Carolyn with 9 as well. As Kempema makes her first.
And there it is. There's the screen to create that space. Open for three.
Kempema makes her second as well, and we are knotted back up 34-all. Kramer brings it up to Carolyn, back to Kramer. Poppins feeds it inside to Christie. Christie blocked by Kempema. Good hand there by the sophomore on defense.
A nice try by Turwey to create space, kind of keep boxing her defender off so that Christie could have an open look.
Duskett going back to work. Taya Christie got crossed up. That's a great take by Duskett.
It's so difficult to defend.
Carolyn's third now. Shooting two is Sydney Duskett. She'll get that one to go through.
Duskett is one rebound away from a double-double.
13 points tonight as well. Make that 14 as that one will fall through. Sorry, 15 now. Right before the horn, the three nearly goes for Taya Christie. She's feeling the hot hand. Why not let it fly there? We've got a great one that will conclude with 8 more minutes to play. 36-34, Hinton over West Lyon. We'll head to break on the Girls Union Network, powered by the Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Hinton leads West Lyon by 2, 8 minutes to play, a trip to the two-way semifinals on the line. West Lyon led after the first quarter. Hinton led by 10 at half. The Wildcats have since come back, and we've got ourselves an instant classic, I'd say, here at the Casey Center.
Yeah, every quarter. What will this fourth quarter be? I mean, it was 10-8, just kind of a slow start for both teams, and then Hinton popped off with 18 points in that second quarter, 18-6 only. And then how about West Lyon? 18 points of their own in the third quarter. Get ready. This is some great 2A basketball.
It's Duskett getting things started. She'll find DeRoshi, back to Glass.
Wildcats in their 2-3 zone. Lots of communication, trying to keep the ball out of the paint.
DeRoshi to Duskett. Looking for room, 10 on the shot clock. In amongst the trees, doesn't get the shot to go, does not reset the shot clock either. She needs an outlet. She finds one in Glass. Glass for 3. Short. Rebound goes to Barron Scott. Caitlin Barron Scott stops her dribble. Will feed Kramer, the freshman. Kramer, Carolyn, back to Barron Scott. Long 2. Rolls in and out. And then Kramer with a hack. And that will be the first foul of this quarter. That'll be Kramer's second. No panic from either team yet. Obviously, a lot of basketball still left to play as Duskett gets back to work. DeRoshi mishandles. That ball will stay with Hinton as it was tipped out by Kramer.
Just trying to figure out here what Coach Leary has planned up for this Hinton squad.
Yeah, not sure that Coach Leary had DeRoshi in as the ball handler there. I think she just ran out of real estate a little bit. Duskett for 3. Caitlin Clark range, why not? Off the mark, good rebound. Great find underneath. The left does not go. The put back up also does not go for DeRoshi. That ball will go back to Hinton.
Wow, that is a lot of opportunities they have to score.
A handful of putback chances, and Hinton just cannot capitalize, but they do get the ball with 31 seconds still on the shot clock as it resets. Out of that, we see the timeout for West Lyon. What's the message right now with 6:25 to play?
You've got to rebound. You have to box out. I know they're in zone, but you have to box out the closest person to you because you cannot give Hinton 2 and 3 and 4 chances. It's frustrating. You work so hard, so it's just tough on morale when you have to keep working that hard, and it caused a difficult shot, which they did on the spin move. They made Duskett shoot from so deep, and then there's Kempema just grabbing those boards.
Again, the height advantage leaning Hinton's way tonight.
Yes, rebounds 35 for Hinton and 21 for West Lyon. Big difference in the game.
Duskett on the inbounds play. She's looking for a stretch outlet.
Yes, and yet West Lyon's only down by 2. I mean, that's some crazy statistics right there.
It's not every day you see that big of a discrepancy in the rebounds in a close game like this. But a lot of fight from the Wildcats. It's Glass right now, back to Duskett. Duskett goes down low to Kempema. Off the dribble. Double team, Duskett for 3. Strong, rebound, stays right here. DeRoshi comes away with it. Short skip pass, Glass inside. They'll settle things back out up top with Duskett.
I like the patience there by Hinton. No hurry. They don't have to force anything.
Glass trying to find Kempema underneath.
Kempema, she pinned her defender and was still pushing back and hadn't released yet. A split second later, she would have caught that for 2.
It's like that quarterback tight end connection you're looking for, just timing plays. A little out of sync there, and West Lyon again a chance to either tie or take a lead. Barron Scott, skip pass, dangerous. Kramer still comes up with it, back to Barron Scott. 4-3, open. Off the glass and in. She puts her hand over her eyes in disbelief. She banks it in.
She was embarrassed for a second, and then she's like, no, I'm not embarrassed. I love it. I'm so glad it went in. I meant that. I meant 3 for my team.
West Lyon up 1. And then at the other end, it's Taya Christie, a block on Kaylin Kavarna. Here come the Wildcats in transition. Great find underneath. Carolyn off the window for 2 more. And it's a 3-point game. Wildcats in front.
Not just a great find, but the Turwey assist inside. Great positioning by Ava Carolyn to create an easy 2 for her team.
Hinton looking for a response. Glass hounded. It's Kavarna now. Hands off. Duskett, 3. No. Kramer comes away with it. She'll move in transition. Barron Scott wants to push. In down low. Christie, no. Rebound. Strong play there by DeRoshi.
Great interior passing again, but the Wildcats could not capitalize.
We're halfway through the 4th quarter. West Lyon up on the top seed, Hinton. Nice feed underneath and a great finish off the window. Carlin Kavarna cutting that lead to just 1.
That was just too easy, but how about the entry pass by DeRoshi? Just catch and score or catch and assist. She's doing a great job.
Barron Scott to Carolyn. Hesitated. She hands off to Kramer. Back to Barron Scott. She'll reset things. Zone defense from Hinton. Skip across. Barron Scott again. Active hands by Duskett. Possession stays with the Wildcats. Jumper by Barron Scott will rattle through. And that lead swells back to 3.
Barron Scott is fiery and fierce.
The 2 at the other end, that'll splash through for DeRoshi. She's been quiet in the second half, finds a stroke there, and we go back and forth.
She's such a pure shooter. She's not done yet.
DeRoshi tips it away, but it stays with the Wildcats, turned over by Carolyn.
Oh, I wanted her to pull up for a triple right there. Just stop and hit the 3. Nobody was on you.
She's hit a few of those triples tonight. Passed it up, and her pass got picked off. DeRoshi, another 2. She's locked in from long range, just inside the arc. A 1-point game the Blackhawks way.
Ooh, love the great shooting, but when you get the ball to the high post, magic can happen. And how about Kempema, the entry pass, and then the assist by Kempema for those 2 points for Hinton. Double teamed.
Barron
Penetration.
Scott takes it, draws the foul. And you got to like the idea to just attack there.
Wow, the Wildcats are on a mission. There she is. Look at the contact. Still eyes up at the rim, trying to will it in.
This 1-8 matchup has been absolutely wonderful. Barron Scott to shoot 2. She makes the first. What a contrast. You hear the calm of this arena as the Wildcats will take a timeout. And it'll be a full timeout. So we are going to step away once again on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
We've got an exciting one, knotted up at 42. Caitlin Barron-Scott will stay at the stripe to shoot one more. Number 8, West Lyon. Number 1, Hinton. The Blackhawks, the 2A defending state champions from 2025, looking to keep their title defense alive. West Lyon looking for their second win of the season against this Blackhawks team.
I mean, it's anybody's game. We're almost under 2 minutes to go here, and it's been tied up multiple times. Every rebound matters. You've got to get a hand up on every shooter.
Hinton won the state title a year ago, 48-46. It came off of a block by Sydney Duskett in the final seconds of that game to seal it. Will we see more heroics once again this year? The second attempt is off the back iron, and so we stay tied at 42 apop. Duskett down inside to Kempema, back to Duskett. She'll work to Glass. Glass, the skip to DeRoche. She's looking for a lane. She'll take it right to the rack and up and in. Lays it in for 2. She found a seam.
So impressive. Turn the corner. Finishes with 2.
She's had a couple of big ones as of late. Kramer for 3. Why not? Off the back iron, Barron-Scott had contact. They're going to call a foul on the floor on Hinton. Just the second or third team foul on the Blackhawks.
I wasn't sure who that go against. I think it was against Glass. But this West Lyon team, they are playing so hard. They love to be here, but they're playing for their moms. The 1998 West Lyon State team has a couple moms on there. Avery Schoning's mom, Carrie, Mara's mom, Jody, and Taya Christie's mom, Gwen.
Speaking of Taya Christie, right on cue, lays it in, and we are square at 44.
How exciting for the next generation to bring the Wildcats back to the state tournament.
They have never won a state title. It has to start here. The jumper, DeRoche was off the mark. Christie comes away with the rebound. Stopped her dribble, gets it off to Kramer. Kramer up ahead. Attacking the rim was Caitlin Turwey. She's been quiet offensively, but Coach Ryan Brasser calls her the team Swiss Army knife.
Because she can do it all. My goodness, right there, all she needed to do was hustle down quickly and got the ball. I love how she pivot, turned, used her body, get the ball away from the defender, go up strong, and up at the charity stripe.
Turwey shoots 2. First one rattles out. The thing you love about Swiss Army knives, they understand their role any given night, and she's bought in no matter what it's been.
Yes, this is an important piece to the pie here.
Her second free throw. That one is pure. It's a 1-point lead, under a minute to play.
Anybody's game.
Duskett takes it into the front court. A timeout by Coach Matt Leary. We will stay here.
Yeah, this is not Coach Leary's first rodeo, right? It's 24 years of coaching. This is his 19th year at Hinton. He knows that he wants to have some guidance for his team as they enter this important offensive possession.
Obviously, you need to be efficient here. What's the mindset with possession, a full shot clock, and 50 seconds in this game?
Work it around, get a good shot. You don't have to worry about the shot clock or anything. They just want to get to the paint. Get to the paint, get an open look, and finish. But their best set, we're about to see.
Saving the best for last, right?
Yeah, I mean, you should have a couple, but these are the ones that you practice. You practice time and situation so much. You know, we're up by 1, we're down by 1, 20 seconds on the clock, whatever it is. They've done well with their high horn sets, which gives kind of an open look, if they don't have action there, for Duskett to attack the rim in a one-on-one situation.
Rebounding also playing a factor here, too. If the first shot does not go, expect a war for that ball. Slightly under 51 seconds. A 1-point game. The 8 seed leading the 1 seed. Hinton has the ball.
The Wildcats stay in their 2-3 zone.
DeRoche to Duskett.
Here they go to set up. Duskid wants a screen.
Steps through, looks for Glass. Glass going to drive. Floater does not go. They'll call the foul on Taya Christie.
Get to the paint. That's where she was headed.
Glass gets to the charity stripe to shoot 2. 32 seconds to play. The first will fall through, tied at 45. The second on the way.
Seems like everything we talked about at the opening is here, has come to fruition. It's the battle of the boards. It was a 1-point game last time they played. West Lyon won by 1. It's Hinton's only loss of the season. Here they are, battling it out for the final 30 seconds.
Addie Glass gives them a 1-point lead at the free throw line. This is Kramer. Shot clock's off, 20 seconds. Kramer stops her dribble, goes to the corner, Barron Scott. Back to Kramer, timeout called by Ryan Brasser with 17 seconds left. Plenty of time to draw something up. He's seen the defensive set that obviously Hinton came out of that break-in. Do you reset your defense if you're Hinton for something new?
You definitely think about it. You already know West Lyon, and I think they'll stay with what they did last time. Yes. But you don't have to have a 3. That's what's really important at this point.
Don't force the 3.
You're only down 1 point. 2s are great. Again, get to the paint, right? If you have a wide open 3, you can take it, but I say get to the paint. You only need to get ahead by 1, but so important. And again, crashing the offensive boards is what West Lyon will do if that first one doesn't fall.
Well, and if you attack, you make the defense make a decision too. How do they want to defend you? They foul you, you're at the charity stripe. They let you walk, you've got a layup. A lot of things going through girls' heads right now as they step in with a state championship, trying to keep it intact in the road there going. 1-point game, 46-45.
They inbound to Kramer.
Kramer will take it. She's hounded by Duskid. Hands it off. Back to Kramer. Kramer going to attack again. Thought about a jumper. Under 10. Barron Scott drives. It's blocked. And then a foul to Roshi with the big block in the final 5 seconds.
Oh, that was a great take. And a great defensive stop there.
Well, because the Wildcats have not hit their 5 fouls, it'll be an out-of-bounds play with 3 seconds left in this game. See if we can get possibly one more look at that. Maybe, we'll see, but Barron Scott does a good job there. I thought it was a smart play, found a seam.
And that's where it was. She could have taken the open 3. She didn't have to have it, so she thought, right, do I take the 3 or not? She might want that back, but she went in, probably should have pulled up for a jumper because she went into some tall traffic there. So had she stopped and popped, would have gotten it off instead of gotten the block.
And credit Keely DeRoshi too, staying vertical, gets a hand on it, does not foul in that situation.
Well, when you talk about West Lyon, they have so many weapons, such balanced scoring, so many players stepping up and doing well. And, Christie's been incredible for West Lyon with the balance scoring, but how about Hinton? I mean, again, so many players. Glass was quiet for a while, and then she really stepped, and Keely DeRoshi. Again, it's like she took a few minutes off there for a while. We didn't say her name, and then all of a sudden, she has been so impactful.
A couple of mid-range jumpers, and then that lay-in was so big.
This is where you go for it.
The deep ball finds a wide open DeRoshi. DeRoshi will dribble it out, find down underneath. They're going to call a foul. They're going to say no, the clock is not expired. There's a foul on the floor prior to it. It's a bit of a formality, but still, time on the clock is time on the clock. Referees conferring, trying to figure out how much time was left. Asking for a foul on 15.
Depending on how much time, you can't even get a steal and take a dribble for a power dribble and launch it to the other end. You just have to catch and heave. It's literally a catch and heave. If you
a half
can get
second.
A steal, you go for it. Catch, heave, put one up.
And that will do it. Hinton holds on. A 1-point victory for the defending two-way champs. What a game it was. The 8 versus the 1. And the Blackhawks win it 46-45. Thoughts?
Wow, what an effort by West Lyon. They gave everything they had. Started off slow, we're down 10 at half, and then won the second half, 29-20, everything they had. Tough loss, incredible season. Congratulations, Wildcats.
An entertaining opening salvo here in 2A's bracket. Let's turn it over to the PA announcer.
Medals, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Aaron Gerlach and Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Ryan Brasser and the Wildcats from West Lyon on an outstanding basketball season. And now we'd like to recognize today's Quick Star Star of the Game. Number 12, Keely DeRoshi from Hinton. This standout performance earns her the honor of advancing her team on the bracket to the semifinal round. Thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU. Hinton.
So with that, Keely DeRoshi, rightfully so, the star of this game, and gets that moment to move her team on the bracket.
Wow, they're all stars. Wow, they're incredible. They all had their moment. But how about West Lyon? They come out, fought so hard in the second half, everything. But the big difference when you look at the statistics, it's Hinton with 39 rebounds compared to only 25 for West Lyon, 16 offensive boards for Hinton.
A big one, Keely DeRoshi finishes with 14. Sydney Duskett finishes with 15 on the night. Ava Carolyn with 11, as was Taya Christie for West Lyon. A great game. Looking forward to more 2A action. Hinton better stick around for the next one. It's the winner of Emmitsburg and Denver. That'll get the Blackhawks in the 2A semifinals. For Joanna Settles, I'm John Schaefer. A wonderful thank you to our wonderful team out here from all of us here in Des Moines. Thanks for watching our live coverage of the 2026 Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Stick around for the next one. It's the winner of Emmitsburg and Denver. That'll get the Blackhawks in the 2A semifinals. For Joanna Settles, I'm John Schaefer. A wonderful thank you to our wonderful team out here from all of us here in Des Moines. Thanks for watching our live coverage of the 2026 Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American